let's just be honest about something. Getting offended is a choice, okay? It's totally in your control, whether you choose to be offended or not. I think we all know these types of people that get offended over any little thing, or they get offended for someone else. But that's ultimately their choice, right? You can choose your reaction. Now, it may not be easy. You may not really understand how to do this, or that it is actually a choice, but it is, because think about it. If somebody does something or says something or takes any sort of action, you have no control over that. So you'll never be able to control that. You cannot control what I say. You can't control what somebody says. The president does something, like none of that you can control. The only thing that you can control is your reaction to the thing that happens. And even though you might say, well, no, it's an automatic response, blah, blah, blah. That's a skill gap. That it's regulating your emotions and being able to not be offended by something is a skill. Some people have that skill. They've developed it a ton. They have thick skin. They have just this like, it doesn't matter what you say to them. It doesn't matter how much hate, whatever the case may be, you cannot offend that person. Versus someone else might just get offended everything they take personally. Anything that happens, oh, well, what about this? Well, oh, how dare you say this and that. It's a skill. You must learn how to regulate your emotions. And if you cannot do that, the answer is not say less offensive things, or you can't say that, or how dare you. The answer is, well, hang on, let me take a look at what I'm doing wrong. Let me take a look at what my reaction is and figure out how to change that. Figure out how to make that better, okay? Because it all goes back to that. I mean, just like think about me, for example. Like you might think to yourself, well, who is this straight white male who he's difficult to offend anyways, right? Like, what am I gonna say? There's not like a racist or a sexist or this or like that I can say to this guy. But I get hate all of the time. I post videos online every single week, and I get hate. Not all the time, not every video, but tons of hate. You suck this. Why do you talk out of the left side of your mouth only? What's wrong with his face? This and that. Like, just so much fucking hate. And I choose not to be offended by it. I could curl into a little ball and be like, shit, I'm screwed. How dare they? They're offending me. They're mean, blah, blah, blah. But why would I ever fucking worry about something that I cannot control? Why would I ever do that? That does not serve me. And you look at these people, and you look at the people that just get offended all the time, and what are they doing when they're getting offended? They're unhappy. They're complaining. They're arguing. They're battling. It's like you realize that you getting offended by whatever happens just causes problems in your life. It causes angst. It dampens your mood. It forces an argument. You're just creating unnecessary friction. Where you could just be like, that's an offensive thing that was said. But instead of saying, I'm gonna get offended, instead say, can I hear something offensive and not get offended? Huge, huge difference and level up there. Can somebody say something offensive to me, to anyone, about whatever? Can somebody do something bad, but I don't get offended? It doesn't affect me negatively. I can consciously sit here and regulate my thoughts, my emotions, and my mindset so that that doesn't negatively affect me. Then you're unfucking touchable. I mean, that's kind of like stoicism, right? Like you're unaffected. You just don't let it bother you. And I think that is something that people need to practice way more, and to just realize, hey, I know you may not know how to do it right now. I know you may not know that getting offended is a choice, but it is. And if you work on that, I mean, you tell me, who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person that says it's not a choice, I get offended by everything, blah, blah, blah? Or do you want to be the person that believes and knows that it's a choice and then take the actions to get better at regulating your emotions so that you don't get offended? Like, which one sounds better? Being offended all the time, or nothing ever fucking offends you? Nothing affects you. Pretty simple. Agree with me? Disagree with me? Either way, drop it in the comments. You can even hate on me if you want. You can chirp me, you can talk shit, and guess what? I'm not gonna get offended.